Welcome back to Takeout. Welcome to the Conversation Corner. We're going to be here for a while, so relax. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy says he's ready to share Ukraine's responses. There are probably some revisions to the current state of the U.S.-backed peace plan. A proposal would, according to Zelenskyy, not cede any land to Russia. We'll call that a complication. In an interview with Politico this week, President Trump called on Zelenskyy to strike a deal.
It's not easy with Russia because Russia has the upper hand, and they always did. They're much bigger, they're much stronger in that sense. I give Ukraine I give the people of Ukraine and the military of Ukraine tremendous credit for the bravery and for the fighting and all of that. But at some point, size will win generally.
Former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, William Taylor, joins me now. He's now a distinguished fellow, very distinguished fellow at Atlantic Council's Eurasia Center. Ambassador, great to see you. I put you in this position all the time, and you're great to be able to do it, like the play-by-play announcer. So where are we? What is the play-by-play announce of what things stand back and forth, Ukraine and the United States? Because there's lots of conversations almost daily.
Daily conversations, Major. No, you're exactly right. And they continue today, and they'll continue over the next several days. Of course, President Zelenskyy is in Europe, in various places in Europe. He spoke to the Pope. He spoke to the Prime Minister of Italy. And before that, just a day before that, he was in London talking to the heads of Germany, France, and of course, Britain. So it is a lot going on. What Zelenskyy is trying to do is coordinate a European and Ukrainian response to the American and Ukrainian-European plan. As you reported, there was a 28-point plan that was really written by the Russians, that was modified then under the guidance, actually, of Secretary Rubio, with input from the Ukrainians and the Europeans, and it's that they're now still working on. But the security guarantees are important, and the security guarantees are really going to come from the Europeans. So Zelenskyy feels an obligation, rightly so, to talk to the Europeans about that document, and that's what he's going to probably submit to the United States, to the administration, probably tomorrow.
A couple things that Zelenskyy said today caught my eye, and I wonder if you could help me understand their importance. He said today he's open to conducting elections, provided that there's a security guarantees or assurances that the election can be conducted. Is that a big deal?
It's not a great big deal. There's no pressure. I just got back from Ukraine.
Okay, yeah.
There's no pressure. I talked to opposition people. I talked to people in the street. I talked to people in the government. There's no pressure for elections right now. They know.
People are not clamoring for it.
They're not clamoring for it. The opposition, civil society, the democratic pushers, they're not pushing for it either. So this issue is really an outside issue.
I see.
On the and Zelensky's right. If the Russians are attacking you, how do you have an election?
Right. I also saw a blip that said that Zelenskyy is open to pursuing an energy ceasefire with Russia. What does that mean?
What that means is both sides actually are going after each other's energy systems. The Ukrainians are going after oil. They're going after production. They're going to distribution. It's having refineries, having a big effect on actually gas prices in Russia. The oil prices are actually hurting the Russians because they are down. They're not able to, Russians not able to sell abroad. But the Russians are also attacking the Ukrainians.
This is pure infrastructure warfare.
This
with
is
an energy-specific element to it.
That's exactly right. And so both sides would like probably to have.
And is he thinking about that, or should we possibly think about this, Ambassador Taylor, as a way to get to the other harder things, if they could figure out a way to do the energy part first?
It would be a good step. However, they've suggested it before, and the Russians have turned it down.
Okay. I want to play for you a soundbite about President Trump describing President Zelenskyy. Listen.
He's a great salesman. I call him P.T. Barnum. You know who P.T. Barnum was, right?
I do.
One of the greatest on earth. He could sell any product at any time. That was his expression. I can sell any product at any time. It was true. He said, doesn't matter whether it works or not. But he's P.T. Barnum.
The suggestion there is that President Zelenskyy is selling something that's not really valuable. The future of Ukraine is pretty valuable to Europe. It was, under the Biden administration, valuable to America. It has gone back and forth of value with the Trump administration. But it's a sovereign nation. It's not nothing.
It's a sovereign nation. People have talked about Zelenskyy not as P.T. Barnum, but as Churchill.
It's just a big difference.
There is a big difference. And Ukraine is important, not just to the Ukrainians, of course, not just to the Europeans, of course, but you're right, to the United States as well. That's why it's important to give that respect.
I don't think Winston Churchill was ever compared with P.T. Barnum or P.T. Barnum ever compared with Winston Churchill. Ambassador William Taylor, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.